So anyways, I was on the Shade Bar the other day, and something was trending about yeah, and you know, this is funny because this has happened to me before. So like when someone asks you out, they're like, yeah, you can come if you want. So I just wanted to get your opinion on that, because to me, if you say to me, come if you want, that to me just shows that you don't really want me to come.
I don't know. It's okay. Let's think of a scenario, because is someone gonna like come to my house if you want? I don't know. I think it would be something like I would want to come, and if I say, "Oh, can I come round?" It's like, "Yeah, come if you want."
And you wouldn't feel like
No. I'm not gonna come. What's it? Now, what?
no, do you know what? Because that if you want, like you can literally say, yeah, come through. Like communication is key. Like if I'm already asking you, like, oh, do you know what? What are you doing? Like, what are you doing like this weekend? Like, are you free? And you're like, yeah, come if you want. So I get to a certain extent, it could be like, okay, cool, come if you want. Like, yeah, he's just saying like, come if you want. But like, why can't you be like, oh yeah, no, that'd be nice to have you over. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I think sometimes when guys say it, they don't put foot behind it. Like, yeah, come if you want. But to me, the if you want is very unnecessary and unneeded. If you want me to come, just be like, I like intent. I like you to tell me. So if you're like, yeah, come, I would like you to come. Do you know what I mean? You know, that emphasis on yes, just come. I'm like, okay, cool. But if you say if you want, to me, it's almost like, if you don't come, I'll be okay. If you do come, I'll be okay. It's like you make up your decision and we'll roll with it. But I want you to want me to come. Do you know what I mean?
In this day and age where these like people aren't really clear on like what things are, like I need you to, you know, and it's like, to me, it's a way of consent as well. Like if, you know, if for example, if I was like come round and, you know, it can be on any sex, like if I was to come round and you're like, come if you want, it's almost like, so you don't really want me to come. But then, do you know what I mean? I just feel like if you want, it's like him trying to be polite about, no, don't come. That's the way I would feel.
I don't know. I feel because I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna sound like such a hypocrite, but like if a guy said I want to come round, I'd probably be like,
I would say come if you want it. I'm trying to. I've got to be guy. I can't be looking like come, please hurry up.
Exactly. But obviously, I feel okay. Listen, this sounds crazy, but I feel like I'm doing it because even though deep down I really want you to come, I can't seem too eager. I can't lie. But when a guy says it, I really feel like they're just like.
There's actually a double standard.
I know it's crazy. I know it's crazy. It sounds mad, but honestly, like, don't if you want me. But if I want you, then
yeah, I can't lie. If someone said that, if someone asked me, can I come around? I'll be like, literally come if you want, because I feel like I got to, you know, hide face. Like, I got to show that I'm a cool cat. Like, if you want, you can come. If you want, I'm good.
Do you know what I think it is? Baby. I know this sounds problematic, but I just feel like men have so much more options.
Yeah.
So because of that, when they say if you want, it's just like, oh yeah, you can come. But
if you don't come, I got Stacey.
Yeah, exactly. Come if you want. If not, you know, I'll get someone. There's a whole list of other girls. But with me, it's like it's only you. So I really need to come.
So please come. if you want.
You know what I mean? So I know it sounds silly, but I've always been that kind of person that like you're not gonna see me sweat. I like to play it cool. So even if deep down I do want something, I'm not gonna make it that obvious to you.
I've got to link that in with act. To be fair, I feel like naturally guys even prefer that. And I don't want to speak generally, but I do know some guys that literally, if you're like, yeah, come, they're going to be like, oh, she's too easy. And if you're like, oh, come if you want, like, oh, she doesn't really care. Like, so I feel like we've almost been like cultured. Girls have been cultured to be a bit difficult if you don't want to seem easy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like even though I do want you to come and I want to be myself and be free with you, but because of society's views or because of how twisted some men are, it's like you have to play a bit like, you know, difficult. You kind of got to be a bit defensive and have your walls up. And yeah, so
if a guy says like, oh, do you know what, Mercy, like my yard is free, come around if you want, do you not feel like I'm just trying to switch to the other side?
There's no way you're going to say come round if you want.
Yeah, but if you want to switch it to the other side, do you not think that they're giving you the option? Do you know what I mean? So they're not like come round. It's almost like a command. They're giving you
I would like, if you want me
they're making it more like an option. Like if you want to come round, more like open. So it's not, you don't feel like you have to come. Do you see what I'm saying? Like that could, obviously I would prefer the other, but I'm just trying to see it from another point of view.
I definitely get what you're saying, but for me, I just feel like, I always say this, the way you approach me is the way you perceive me. So if you really wanted me to come round, it would be, hey, you know what? I'm free this weekend. Everything outside is locked. I would like to spend some time with you. So, you know, if you're free, I would appreciate your presence. Then I might consider coming round if I want, you know.
I also think it depends on the level of relationship you have with that person, because one, I'm not coming around anyone's house until I'm at a certain level and I feel a certain level of comfortability with you. Two, I think if you know this person and the way they speak, then when they ask you that in that way, you will understand where they're coming from more. But when you don't know where you are with somebody, when you're like, does he like me, does he not? I'm not really sure, that kind of thing. When he says stuff like that, you're going to always second guess it.
Let me tell you something, sis. We are leaving question mark relationship in 2020. We are not doing none of that. I don't know if he likes me. I don't know if he wants me. I don't know. Listen, if a guy is not applying pressure in 2021, I don't even want to hear it. So we're not even doing none of that. So we're going to put that in, leave that in 2020.
No, but like, Mercy, no.
I'm sorry.
Realistically, obviously it's sweet to say that. It sounds sweet. It sounds sweet in your mouth.
Now because I feel like we're giving these two girls I feel like girls are just giving guys too many leeways now. Like, listen, being single is not the be all and end all. Do you know what I mean? It's not it. So it's not like the end of the world if you're single. I get it. You can get lonely, but I feel like because girls are kind of getting to that age now where, you know, some are getting a bit older, some feel like society kind of leaves you on the shelf after a certain age, or just no, I feel like we need to refocus that energy. And I'm seeing a lot of it online and people talking about it, like on just being a boss, just bossing up, leveling up, you know, really enhancing yourself, your skills. And I love Shanika Adams, and she's like my mentor. She's my online mentor. And she literally says, you know, good quality men and women are rare. They're rare. So be that rare species. And it's not going to be easy for you to find someone. So no, don't just start begging for attention and seeking attention. It will come at the right time.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. And it sounds amazing. But in the real world, being realistic, you're going to be in situations sometimes where you're not 100% in a situation, not 100% together. Do you know what I mean? You're still getting to know each other. So you're not always going to know what this person's thinking. So that's what I'm saying, that even if you're going to eventually get to that stage, yeah, of course you're going to, yeah, but Mercy, come on. You're not going to be like, oh, okay, so what are we after 2 dates?
But I'm telling you now, no, definitely not. Like, but I would assume that this is someone you would like. You can't just like someone after two. I mean, you can.
I mean, you definitely.
You can like someone
fall in love
after you can fall in love after 2 minutes. But what do you call it? So no, but I feel like once you've gotten to know the person a bit and you're like, cool, I actually like this guy. Yeah, I feel like you should kind of he should make you feel comfortable enough to have that conversation. If he's someone that struggles to communicate, or if he's someone that's making you second guess, I mean, unless you're being if you're being like a bit pathetic, like, oh, expecting him to be like, oh, maiden, ye fair maiden, I pour my heart out to you, that's not gonna happen, you know.
Of course not, yeah.
But I feel like people, like, at this day and age, communication is key. A man knows what he wants, and he's not going to even risk to lose you. So if you're there second guessing your position or where I stand, trust me, this is from experience. If you're sitting there thinking, why is he not doing this? Why is he not doing that? Why? It's because he doesn't want to. And you have to just hack up the courage everywhere it is and just tell yourself it's time to dip.
But Mercy, this all came from If You Want. Do you know that? So,
yeah, I don't care.
From If You Want, you got that here, that in. He don't want you. You need to pack your bags and leave.
Exactly.
If you want.
And I'm telling you, like, any person that, if you really wanted me to come round, like, I understand that it could be his mannerisms, like the way he speaks, innit? But if you really wanted me to come round, it would be like something that he's excited, looking forward to. Mm-hmm. Like, it's almost like when I have a friend coming round and I'm cooking for my friends and I'm like, oh, come round, girls. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, come round if you want. Like, no, I'm putting in the effort, cooking for my friends and stuff like that. So why would I say come round if you want?
Do you know what? As you've been speaking and I've been listening, I've just had a bit of a revelation moment.
Okay, well, preach on, sis.
You can if you want me. I'll deep to it. No, because I was thinking about it, and I think I spoke too quickly. I spoke in a haste.
Go on.
I mean,
I'm interested.
Okay, so, you know, my thoughts at the beginning was just like, oh, you know, why are you saying if you wanted me to be there, then you would obviously be more intentional. No, you'll be more intentional. But I just thought about it. I just thought, no, actually, he's given me the option to come. And if I want to come, I will entertain that option. And if I don't want to come, I won't. And by him adding, if you want, he's just, to me, no, I believe it. Yeah. He's just saying, like, do you know what? Yeah, if you want to come, like, you're invited, feel free to come round. And I'm okay with that, actually. Genuine. I'm a girl, I can do that.
So, okay, cool. So, well, let's have a conversation. I'm a guy, you're a girl, yeah?
Okay.
So, you're Wura.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that? You're not sure where you stand, yeah? And then you go to him and you're like, hey, let's say Darnell, because I've been watching Girlfriends. So they're like, hey Darnell, how you doing? And he's like, I'm good, where are you? You're like, yeah, so I'm just like thinking I'd like to spend some time with you this weekend. And he's like, yeah, you can come if you want. As in, you've hacked up the courage already to not do the traditional thing of invite yourself round. And then he comes back, yeah, you come round if you want.
Okay, I changed mine again. No, because I'm deep in the disrespect. I actually hacked up the courage. No, we'll make up your mind. No, the only thing is that I go back and forth between things all the time. But I actually hacked up the courage to ask you. And then, I don't know, because I know how much it will take me.
That burn, you're burning me. I'll use it to burn your bridge.
Nah, I can imagine the courage it will take me. I'm like, should I ask him? Should I not? What if he black past me?
And then he's like, come on, if you want. Like, and that means he's got options.
Like, I would want him to be honest, the response I would want is like, oh my gosh, yeah. Especially if I'm asking him. Yeah. Like, if I feel like, okay,
make me feel wanted.
If it's the scenario where I didn't ask him, then it's different. But if it's like, oh, Wura, like, I'm not doing anything today, you can come on if you want. That's different. He's proposed it.
Yeah, cool.
Then
if he proposes, it's
then
fine.
You can drop it if you want. But if I'm asking you, and you then go and say, oh, do you know what? I mean, if you want.
Basically, like he's got options. On a 9 to 5 was an option. He's definitely got options.
Yeah, so
no,
it's true. Because I was even thinking, like, if someone else asked him something else, like, I don't know, Jonathan, do you know, I want to give you, do you want me to give you $1 million? And as a millionaire, I'm good for it.
Yeah.
You're not going to say if you want. You're going to be like, oh, yeah. You're not going to say if you want.
Because you want it.
Because you want it. So
you want it.
You better want
this.
If
you want that £1 million, like if I was to propose, do you want £1 million? And you're like, yeah. And me being the £1 million that I am,
girl, you better let me know.
You better say, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And don't second guess it. Okay, daddy.
No. Okay, do you know what? This is my conclusion, yeah.
So, Wura, what is your final say?
My final, you have the final say. No, but my final say is honestly, if I ask you, you need to come with energy. If you ask me, your energy can be a bit fugazi. You can if you want me. And if I want you to come, I'm gonna if you want you, and you have to take it.
And that's on what? That's on periodic table. Speaking of periods, so you were mentioning about the period tax.
No. So with Scotland, they announced a few months back in November that they're going to make sanitary products free for women. And I was on the Shade Bar, as I browsed, and I just saw that they actually had made it tax-free in the UK. So I said UK, look at me, in England, sorry.
Okay,
yeah, in England, they've made it tax-free. So you still have to pay for the sanitary product, but you don't have to pay the VAT tax on top. So it's cheaper. But the thing I have an issue with is that why is it not free? Because we do not
choose to have
periods, and there's this thing called period poverty. I was actually reading up on it because it's very interesting, and it's basically, and now it sounds, I don't say silly, but it sounds like really, but some women generally struggle to afford to pay for sanitary towels. They said that it averaged about £8 a month, and it's every month, like obviously it comes every month, and some people actually struggle to accommodate the extra £8.
I don't want to sound cheeky, but I feel like, are they buying top tier period pads? Not saying that not everyone is entitled to the good stuff, but you actually cut your, what do they say, you cut your coat according
to your size.
Yeah, basically you cut your coat according to your size. So if you can't, I'm sure you can get sanitary towels.
No, but I just honestly think because it's a thing where it happens every month. It's our bodies. It's not something that we choose to do. It's going to come regardless. Do you know what I mean? I do think that even if it's the cheaper products, they should be free.
They should be free.
Because they're not, I'm sorry, like a pack, my pack is about £4 or £5. Like they're not that cheap. Do you know what I mean?
I want to know, are asthma pumps free?
Asthma pumps are... Okay. Asthma pumps are, I believe they're free on the NHS.
Really?
Yeah.
So in that case then...
Exactly, because someone who has asthma, you can get an asthma pump for free. If you need your teeth fixed, you can get braces. Listen, by the way, when I was younger, I really badly wanted asthma.
Yeah.
No, I wanted asthma. So I was so jealous of... No, I was so jealous of the kids in school.
I'm not going to lie. No. I used to use my friend's pump and pretend.
How did it feel?
It's very cold.
I was so jealous whenever it would be like, they'll be running around.
I'll be like...
Your fix.
I used to get so jealous because like all my friends, like 3 of them had asthma, and then they would like get like breaks from class.
And then get to do the part. I was so.
I even said to my mum one time, I'm struggling to breathe.
No, and the maddest thing is, I wanted asthma so badly, and I wanted braces so badly. You know, when I went to the dentist, and the dentist was like, "Oh, we think she's gonna need braces." That day was the best day of my life. I was so. I don't know.
Get all the blue, green.
I got pink, I got blue, I got green, I got yellow, I got orange. I don't know what was wrong with me. I just wanted to have problems, clearly, because I think it was only when I got older I realised that having asthma was actually quite serious. It's not a joke. But when I was young, especially the people who had the brown pumps, they were extra. They were extra special because they had
people. The blue ones are light ones. That's the one I tried. that one was calm.
Yeah,
I was like, ooh.
No, that is so funny. But yeah, I just find it interesting how I just think, do you know what?
We're just so gullible as kids, aren't we?
The day I got my braces was the best day of my life. I can't even lie to you.
Oh, okay.
But just back on the thing, I think, with Scotland, I think because they're kind of run by a woman, I generally think she's more compassionate.
Yeah.
And I think in general that it's more.
I thought we need more female representatives in the UK Gov.
Who will actually fight for us. Do you know what I mean? Because I genuinely think
more ethnic people of ethnicity
ethnic backgrounds, 100%.
And more women, because clearly they're not our voice.
They're not our voice, clearly, because I honestly think that you can follow the lead of Scotland, and they've actually got like people in teams who work together to try and help the period poverty.
Yeah.
But I mean, tax.
Boris, do better.
Apparently he's resigning. Can't wait.
Really?
Yeah. No, he needs to go. He's tried, but he needs to go.